All right, folks, welcome to Geofist's place. We're over on Founders, right? We're over on Founders. Cool. And similar to another place that they had, really strong Pandaren themes. Like, it's super, super well dressed. The colors just work out so, so good. Like, notice here, like, to achieve like the sort of Pandaren red, they just used the shelf. Is it a shelf, actually? Yeah, I think it's one of the shelves for that to make that bridge. There you have like some other branding. I mean, the whole thing is just branded after that. But it works so good. It works so, so good. So let's do this climb here on the side. Climb a bunch of Pandaren walls, Pandaren fence posts. I really like how these stairs worked out because you have a very steady climb here. Big old acacia trees to like help kind of fill out this front shape here, because it's just this crazy structure that I'm seeing here that's being made out of the wagons. I don't think you can see the wheels here, but you have like these wagons that are set up here on the side that skin the front of the door. Big old barrel right there on the side, and let's kind of jump out and go around here. I love that this is using like those big barrels, the wine barrels and all that. But yeah, great elevation. I really like how we have this sort of transition up. It's very, very charming. At some point, we're gonna see like this crazy like exterior decor competition, but this one is just like really, really good. Top of the place, you have like again like these large structures here that were embiggened that kind of end up skinning over like the whole place. Or is it actually? No, that's not true. This is the actual Night Elf house. Yeah, it's just using that same color, which works out great. Oh, that's such a good match. It's such a good match for it. Yeah, I should have known from seeing the moon right over there. So really, really good. Really good. So as soon as we go in, I'm feeling like a very similar vibe to their previous place. So it's basically another Pandaren house. So we'll see what other like new tricks that they might have learned since. So we have like the rounded table that's, this arch that's being used here. And I think we're going to see a lot of other instances of it. We have a lot of the privacy screens that might not really be producing their own lights, but they do just kind of do a lot to fill up the screen. As soon as we go in, we kind of have like some options here, but also it's kind of like we're kind of inside. It feels like we're in a mall of some sort, where we have like places to like check out and explore, but also like the whole feeling of like going inside like other buildings. So right here, or well, under the stairs, what do we have? Nothing. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. All right, let's keep climbing up and see what else they have. Because otherwise, it's the start of like something like pretty darn crazy. So it looks like we have like a little bit of work in progress spaces here. We're also going to be doing like quite the climb. Check out the lanterns that just provide like this really strong contrast here. So right over on this spot, what do we have? We have this kind of like a practice spot. I'm feeling here. Multiple kinds of models used as punching bags. We have the actual punching bags over there, but then we have like these sorts of structures here, and then this dragon is like wearing shades or something like that, or like it's got this whole laser eye sort of setup, which kind of takes me out a little bit, but it's also very entertaining to see something like that. Like notice here, like again, you have like things that are kind of like walled and dressed up, using like this shelf here. So we climb down a bit, and then we'll enjoy like some like kind of a reading spot, and check it out again. Like we have like these this shelf that's being repurposed as a way to kind of round out a whole kind of fountain, sort of. That's very clever. Very, very clever. See, what's cool is that with the Pandaren shapes, they have like these very like strong structures but you can easily like repurpose them into other things. We're now crossing kind of a pond-like structure, dressed with greens and all that. And then we enter the Temple of the Sassy Dragon. Oh yeah. So I think I'm made to like sit here. Can I sit? Nope, can't sit. She's like, no, you stand, buddy. You don't even have the privilege to sit before me. But I can always just like sit here instead and have a chat, have a bit of a read. Really cool stuff though. You know, nice and simple. You know, curiously, no like lighting effects or whatnot. That'd be kind of neat to see here. But I don't think that's the point. I think the whole point really is just kind of make Sassy Dragon like the whole center of everything, and then everything else is small by comparison. I believe this is the bottom of like one of the structures here. So that way you can have it be used as kind of a wallpaper or like a wall dressing, which is really cool. Courtyard also calls it Sassy Dragon. I'm going to make the claim and I'm going to say that I said it first. This dude, she's like, yo. I mean, I would say Sassy Dragon named herself. How about that? I think that's the best way to give credit. Oh, I noticed that they use the barrels and they put it on top of the grills. Well, that's cool. Because it's still preserving like the effect, you know, the particle effect, but it's also being skinned, you know, so that way it doesn't look weird. It's like, oh, what's this fire? It's like, why is that fire? But they avoided that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, let's continue the climb, shall we? Windows. You know, in the end, like here, we're seeing like kind of evidence of like, you know, sort of work in progress or possible budget limits. But it's all good. I think we kind of like get the idea of what's going on here. So here's this, so we've seen this structure a lot. I'm just pointing out that right down here, you see that whole symbol. So I'm pretty sure that under it is like the same thing. And that's where you saw it being used for a wall. So once again, we're going like under these arches that are being skinned as well. And again, notice like just the liberal use of the shelves here that are being utilized as like basically wall structures. And over here is a secret. So what do we have here? Rounded room, big old fireplace, place to sit, hang out, chill, relax. Acacia tree is suffering. It's like wearing that rock skirt. I'm sure that's not feeling too pleasant. And then we have this cozy bed right over here that's being set up with the two wagons. It's kind of a funny contrast because when we came into this house, the entrance was dressed with these two wagons, and now it's being used as kind of a walkway or this kind of spot for a bedroom. And then anything behind here? Nope. But I think we're going to go outside when we get to this spot here. Oh, okay. So they went even more nuts with the Sassy Dragons. We got 3 of them now, baby. Woo! Well shaped. Very, very well shaped. I mean, the lighting too. There's like some lighting stuff that's happening here to, I think, make it seem even brighter. Yes, I can. It's hard to tell, but I think those are windows. That are right there. Like, check that out. That's hella smart. That's really smart. Good work, dude. Okay, so let's re-admire what's going on here. So triple Sassy Dragons. This is like TLC or SWV or I forgot how many people were in Destiny's Child, but whatever. 3 Sassy Dragons, lanterns that are flying up there. That's really cool. What a vibe. What a vibe. And then what do we have up here to kind of dress this up? We have some sturdy tables. I'm sorry, some sturdy bar tables. Under here, those look like benches. Yeah, elven benches, bar tables, one elegant table from elf stuff, more benches. You know, we have all these fantastical shapings to create that illusion of like the whole pagoda, you know, that sort of look. And it works really, really well. So we saw this from the other place. Like this is no different. Like really well dressed. The colors are just on point. Yeah. So this is a really good example of like setting up these shapes. And what's cool is like this, it still it has that Pandaren vibe. So it still feels very Warcraft in this case. It's just that in the case of this, they're just using whatever they can to create shapes that don't really exist at the moment. Or decor that doesn't exist at the moment. Like one day we're going to get even more Pandaren architecture, Pandaren benches, Pandaren this and that. In the meantime, this is what we got, and they got it. They presented it like really, really well in this room. I think it's mostly like a front-facing thing. Yeah, mostly a front-facing thing. So, like this is the shot, right here. Boop. Let's do it again. Right up, right here. Boop. Really cool. Very, very cool. And notice that these barrels, that it's like specific kinds of barrels to give it that more cultural feel. That was behind the secret shelf. Now let's go into what feels like this kind of proper living space. So the kitchen, it feels like it has a bit more clutter to it, although it's actually not so much. You know, we have food out and everything. Food's out, grills are going, places to sit. You got a lot of life going on with the animations here. And over here in the pantry and kitchen area, stuff is going. Things are placed out. Notice how these are like kind of like set. They're shaped. They're positioned a little bit differently so that they feel like they're proper hanging bins and all that. Even though they're like kind of sitting at this kind of diagonal angle, it feels reasonable.